Warm greetings to all students. In this video, I am going to teach you the nature and scope of cost accounting. So, cost accounting is a perfect way for all the businesses and organization to keep track of their activities and their cost. Now, the first concept is origin and history of cost accounting. The origin and evolution of cost accounting can be traced back to the Industrial Revolution. The idea was to help the businessman to record and keep a track of their cost and expenses. For a businessman who manufacture goods or render services, cost accountancy is an useful aid and it is an extension financial accounting, and it was developed on account of limitation of financial accounting to meet ever growing needs of the management. The development of cost accounting in India is of recent origin, and it is given importance after independence when provision for cost audit under section 233 of Companies Act was made. So therefore, under Companies Act, the government was given the power to order for cost audit. This has give force to the development of cost accounting in India. So, students, first you have to understand the meaning of cost. Cost means actual expenditure incurred on a given thing and notional expenditure attributable to a given thing. What is the meaning of cost? I will give you a simple formula. Cost equal to actual expenditure for producing a product. From the technical point of view, the term cost may be used when referring to the cost of manufacturing only, or cost of selling and distribution of goods, or to indicate total cost of manufacturing, selling, and distribution. From the above, it is clear that the cost is perceived by different people differently. In simple terms, cost may be prescribed as the total of all expenses incurred, whether paid or due, in the production and the sale of products or expended in rendering a services. For example, suppose you are producing a pen, then you will incur material, labor, and expenses. The cost of producing a pen is rupees 8, and then you will fix the profit of rupees 2. Now tell me the selling price is rupees 10. So based on the cost only, you will fix the price. The next one, meaning of costing. So costing is an estimate of all cost involved in a project or a business venture. So costing is any system for assigning cost to an element of a business. Costing is typically used to develop a cost for customers, distribution channels, employees, geographic regions, products, product lines, processes, subsidiaries, and also the entire companies. So, costing refers to the techniques and process of ascertaining the cost and studies the principles and rules concerning the ascertainment or determination of the cost of the products and services. The next one is meaning of cost accounting. Cost accounting is the art of recording, classifying, summarizing, and analyzing cost with the objective of cost control, cost calculations, and projections, and also cost reductions. And it helping the management to make a wise businessman decisions. Now, cost accounting is a form of managerial accounting that aims to capture a company's total cost of production by assessing the variable cost of each step of production as well as fixed costs such as lease expenses. So, first you have to understand the meaning of fixed cost and variable cost. Fixed cost are costs that do not change with the increase or decrease of production unit. The second one is variable cost is the exact opposite of fixed cost. So variable cost changes as per the increase or decrease of a production units. So cost accounting is the reporting, and the analysis of a company's cost structure. And it is a process of assigning cost to cost objects that typically include a company products, services, and any other activities that involve the company. And this cost accounting is very helpful because it can identify where a company is spending its money, how much it earns, and where money is being lost, like that. So, cost accounting aims to report, analyze, and lead to the improvement of internal cost controls and efficiency. In short, cost accounting is a system of operational analysis for management. The next one, you must understand the need for cost accounting. So, cost accounting has the elements of traditional bookkeeping, system development, creating measurable information, and input analysis. So, modern method of cost accounting first emerged in the manufacturing industries, though its advantages helped it spread quickly to other sectors. For many firms, cost accounting helps to create and measure business strategy in a more organic way. Companies that are looking to expand their product line would need to understand the cost structure, and the cost accounting helps management plan for future capital expenditures, which are large purchase of plant and equipment. Now, such cost data is very useful for fixation of selling price, and you can control of cost, and finally you can make the decision, and then you can frame more alternative choices. The next one is objectives of cost accounting. So you can ascertain the cost per unit with the help of cost accounting, and to provide a correct analysis of cost both by process or operations and by a different element of cost, and disclose sources of wastage, whether of material, time, or expenses, or in the use of machinery, equipment, and tools. And you can prepare such report which may be necessary to control such wastage. So cost accounting provide a requisite data and serve as a guide for fixing prices of products manufactured or services rendered. And cost accounting helps to ascertain the profitability of each of the products and advise management as how these profits can be maximized. So cost accounting helps to reveal sources of economy by installing and implementing a system of cost control for material, labor, and overheads, and it helps to advise management on future expansion policies and also proposed capital projects, and to present and interpret data for management planning, evaluation of performance, and control. And cost accounting helps in the preparation of budget and also the implementation of budgetary control. So, this cost accounting guide management in the formulation and implementation of incentive bonus plans based on productivity and cost savings, and also supply useful data to management for taking various managerial decisions such as introduction of new products, replacement of labor by machine, etc. And it helps in supervising the working of uh, the card accounting or data processing through computers. And finally, it organizes the internal audit system to ensure effective working of different departments. And the next, the concept is the difference between cost accounting and financial accounting. So first, you must understand the meaning of cost accounting and financial accounting. Cost accounting is referred to as a form of managerial accounting that is used by businesses to classify, summarize, and analyze the different costs with the purpose of cost control and cost reduction, and thereby helping management in making better decisions. Now, the primary function of cost accounting is said to be arranging, recording, and identifying suitable investment allocation for investment to determine the cost of goods and services. And it also helps in presenting relevant data to the management related to service, contract, or finding the cost. And this also include information related to cost of production, distribution, and selling cost. The next one is The meaning of financial accounting. So, financial accounting is a branch of accounting that is concerned with, again, you will summarize, recording, and reporting of financial transaction that take place in a business concern over a time period. So, financial accounting is used for the preparation of various financial statements that can be used by companies to showcase their financial performance to the various users of financial information like creditors, investors, customers, and also suppliers. Now, the main parameters which is related to cost accounting and financial accounting. So, the first one is definition. So, definition in cost accounting is a branch of accounting that helps to compute the cost of product and production in general. It is mainly accountable for fixed cost, overhead expenses, capital cost, selling price, etc. Now, in the financial accounting, it is a branch of accounting that involves recording financial transactions effectively. In turn, it facilitates the process of analyzing the financial standing and profitability of a firm in an accounting period. Now, the second one is purpose. So, in cost accounting, it accounts for the cost per unit of product. But in financial accounting, we are going to represent the financial position of the firm accurately. And third one, relative efficiency. In cost accounting, it provides valuable information about efficiency, but financial accounting, it is not useful in determining the relative efficiency of workers, machinery, etc. Now, the fourth one is reporting time. It is frequently prepared and monitored accordingly in the case of cost accounting. But in case of financial accounting, it is reported mostly at the end of an accounting period. So usually we will prepare trading profit and loss account for the year ended, right? Now, forecast. Here in cost accounting, budgeting makes forecasting possible, but in financial accounting, it cannot be forecasted. Now, the next concept is profit measurement. In cost accounting, it only measures the profitability of a product or a service. In financial accounting, it helps to measure the overall profitability of a firm. And finally, a stock evaluation or stock valuation. In cost accounting, it always takes into account the cost price of inventories. But in financial accounting, it always takes into an account either the cost or the market price. So here you must understand cost accounting is a process of assembling and evaluating information to discover how an organization can maximize its earning and utilize its funds. There are few advantages of cost accounting. The first one is take example, the expenses and revenues can be gathered by cost object like a product line, distribution channel, and by product to understand which is effective or required additional support. And the second one is it discovers problems within a firm and learns the specific cause of the issue, additionally suggested solutions to the management. And third advantage is it can track a trend line to find the expense surges. The fourth one is it can be used in various level of activity. For instance, if management is looking for a second shift, then cost accounting can assume the extra cost linked with the second shift. And finally, the capacity of a business to encourage improved sales levels can be determined by examining the value of its excess capacity. So, first you have to highlight the definition, purpose, relative efficiency, reporting time, forecast, profit measurement, and stock valuation, both in the case of cost accounting and in financial accounting. The next concept is installation of a costing system. So, costing system is an established set of procedures, rules, cost records, etc., for the purpose of achieving specified objective at minimum cost. So it forms the basis for future operations. Now, all type of concerns can adopt no one single system, right? Each concern may design and install a system of its own depending upon its requirements. It may establish the practice and procedure of making cost records. The need for installing a costing system should be justified by a cost benefit analysis. Now, this benefits expected from the costing system should more than compensate the expense of installing and operating the system. Now, when a decision to install a system is taken, it should be so designed as to serve the purpose of the particular concern. It should be useful in accordance with the objectives of costing and be flexible enough to adapt itself to changing conditions. Now, under the first concept, basic consideration or requisite of a good costing system. Now, the costing system should be simple and easy to operate, and it must be suited to the requirements of the concern. The second one is the benefits derived from this system must more than compensate the expenses incurred in the installation and operation of the system in the organization. In short, the system should be highly economical to the manufacturers. Now, the system should facilitate closer coordination among the various divisions in the organization, and it should not disturb the existing organizational setup, and if necessary it should be introduced gradually. So the employees concerned should be able to understand the system without much difficulty, and the purpose of costing records and reports should be clear to all. So there should be a promptness and regularity in the preparation and presentation of cost reports. The next one is, so we have to follow some steps involved in the installation. Before installing a costing system, all care should be taken to study and analyze all aspects involved, as otherwise the system will be a misfit and its full advantages may not be derived. Special attention should be taken to collect information about various aspects of the organization. Now, the size of the firm, the nature of business, the nature, method, stages of production, number of varieties, and quantities of each product, and such other technical aspects should be examined carefully. The analysis of materials and wage payment systems should be done. So, the forms and records of original entries should be so designed as to involve minimum clerical work and cost. There should be a facility to exercise proper control over the system and adopt efficient reporting system. Now, the management requirements and the policy adopted by them towards cost control should be kept in view, and some formal steps such as codification and classification, establishment of cost centers, and frame guidelines for allocation of indirect tax, an introduction of format and periodical reports, and post installation appraisal of costing system should also be taken to operate the system more effectively. Now, we can categorize the steps necessary to install the costing system into 11 ways. The first one is, while installing the cost accounting system, the objective of the system have to be finalized, like material management, fixing the selling price, etc. And the second one, organization structure of the business determine the scope of authority and responsibility of each individual in the organization. While installing the system, minor changes, if any, that to be made in the structure for the advantages of management may be carried out. And the third one is nature of business decided the type of costing to be introduced. See, examples, we have job costing, process costing, operating costing, unit costing. So, for the purpose of cost control, appropriated technique is to be introduced, like standard costing, budgetary control, or other appropriated techniques. And the fourth one is cost records and books, that is to be decided whether separate set of cost and financial books are to be maintained, or integrated accounting system is to follow. Now, this depends upon the nature and size of an enterprise and also the existing accounting system. And fifth one is technical aspects. That is a detailed study of technical aspects of manufacturing process, operations, material control, labor control, wage disbursement, factory layout is of a great significance. So this will be useful in preventing wastage of labor, material, etc., and also designing effective procedures and forms. And sixth one is control system. That is, cost accounting system would have to be designed to record and control a different element of cost in accordance with the costing procedures and principles and the limitations imposed by the type of organization that exists. Seventh one is nature of product and business. So the nature of product and type of business decided the line of cost control. And eighth one is collection of data. Yes, cost data, it's a basis for a decision making. An efficient system of collection and verification of the data that must be devised for prompt collection of cost data. And ninth one is cooperation staff. Detail of the system should be explained to the staff so that the cost accounting system can work efficiently by cooperation among the staff. And tenth one is organizing the cost office. That is, it is preferable to have a separate cost office which has access to the factory. The staff in the cost office should have the facilitate and access to stores and works. And finally, the relationship of cost office to other department, that is all the departments with which the other office interacts, like purchasing, production, source, etc., should be instructed by the top management that appropriate cooperation and coordination with cost office are essential. So the cost office should establish smooth and working relationship with the department concerned. So the cost office is expected to record, analyze, and finalize all cost data and achieve the desired level of control over a cost. Thank you, students.